So, hi everybody, welcome to our next Make Your Environment Empowering event. I'm super excited to do this with you with the most special guest ever, I think, that we could ever possibly have. It's my brand new niece. She's 4 days old. Oh, she's so cute. And she like sleeps through everything. So I'm testing her, sleeping through a call. So I've been reading this really amazing book lately that I wanted to share with you guys, which is basically called Crushing It by Gary Vee. And I thought that it would be really cool this week if we did, we talk a lot about make your environment empowering, but I thought it would be really cool to show people how you can influence other people by making your business empowering and how that could influence people's environments. So that's basically the concept, the idea behind tonight's call. I thought it would be cool if, we give people a bit of an insight into, how we build our business and what's so exciting about building a business on social media. And this is obviously something brand new that actually me and the team haven't done yet, but after this we will be doing. And yeah, I just thought it would be really cool to share with you guys these tips and stuff that I've just learned from this book, which is super duper duper exciting. So I will begin. I have a lot of things to say and I'm probably going to go quite fast. So if you need me to repeat, just comment, raise your hand, whatever is easiest for you guys. And I'll repeat what I feel you need to hear again. So basically, Gary Vee's talking about if you really want to have a business, oh my gosh, excuse me, if you really want to have business, you really all must have a Facebook page, every single one of you. And I know that some of you in our team have necessarily, just been using the Healthy and Empowered Facebook page. And that's not saying that you can't use that, but you all need to get your own Facebook page too. So basically, I created some ideas for some of you as an example. But you can use Healthy and Empowered still and obviously use it as a variation, but you really want to create your own page because your own page is where you can pay for your own adverts to go live. Like the Healthy and Empowered pages all linked in with my email, which is linked in with my bank accounts, etc. And it doesn't really make sense to have bank accounts linked to, to have 7 people linked to one Facebook page. It's better if we just start from scratch and everybody has their own Facebook page. I haven't used the Healthy and Empowered Facebook page much, to be honest, so I will be doing this from scratch with you guys. But basically, I lost my train of thought, sorry. I came up with some examples. So Jenny, you could have like Healthy and Empowered Mummies, that could be your Facebook page, that's what you could call it. And you don't even have to write Healthy and Empowered at full because that's quite a long title. You want to keep it just not too long so that it comes up on people's mobile Facebook page and stuff. You could have H&E Mummies, Katie, you could have something like H&E Build Your Confidence / Come As You Are. And the reason I say that is because Katie is someone that joined this business who didn't have any confidence. She was super shy. And she would never have dreamt in a million years going on video camera. And now she goes on video camera and she presents every single week, which is really amazing. And I really think, Katie, that you have a lot of opportunity here to share with a lot of people that, that you can come as you are, whoever you are. Doesn't matter if you're not confident, doesn't matter if you're really shy, and you can, improve who you are as a person and change and get confident, etc., etc. For Jessica, I just thought of, she has a call already called Hungry for More. So she could have Hungry for More Facebook page, Healthy and Empowered Hungry for More. Rebecca could be something about cat crazies. You could also have something about the power of movement. You could also have the power of, be like healthy and empowered, like whatever. You could totally pick your own name. The fun thing is that you guys can literally start from scratch. You could pick something that, perhaps you want to rebrand yourself. Perhaps you don't want to be coined as, the crack cozy girl. So what else would you like to be coined as? And for Gwen, I wrote, because Gwen is really into writing. So I wrote the H&E, the Empowered blog, which I thought was really cool because actually what's really amazing is all of you have such special, unique, individual things about each of you. And if you're watching this event for the first time, you have no idea what I'm talking about. What's really amazing about being in this business is that you really get to what's really amazing about being in this business is that you literally can come as you are. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you've done in the past, or where you want to go. You know, it really, really doesn't matter. Like, we take anyone and everyone on board, as long as you have a hustle, you have determination, passion, drive in you, and you want to get better and you want to work in our team, and you're proud to represent what we represent, then we're like super keen to jump on board with that kind of person. Now you're probably thinking, I know some of you aren't in love with Facebook, so you're probably thinking, why Facebook? So let me tell you why. Facebook has 2 billion monthly users, and half of them use Facebook. Oh, she makes such funny noises, guys. Oh, you kidding? Half of them use Facebook daily. So that's 1 billion monthly users use Facebook daily. 1.1 billion daily active users on mobile, period. Not just Facebook, but mobile, in the whole world. So if you have a really successful Snapchat, YouTube, or Instagram, but you don't have a full throttle, Facebook strategy, then you're really severely limiting your potential and growth, is what he says. And what he means by that is Facebook is the place that gives you the gift of flexibility. On Facebook, you can write a full 5,000 word blog. If you really wanted to, you could write that and post that and it would work. If you wanted to do a 13-second video like you do on Snapchat or Instagram, that would work. If you want to post a 31-minute video like you do on YouTube, that would work. A picture also works on Facebook. A SoundCloud audio play also works. Facebook offers complete and utter creative flexibility and also has the greatest ad targeting product ever created. Facebook is the thing that exists right now that does, a wide range of things. It isn't just like a social media platform like YouTube that does videos. Actually, Facebook does video, picture, audio, message, like blog posting, like everything. So Facebook is and really should be the mother of your kind of businesses. It's really easy to register a fan page. I'm going to go through that with some of you guys afterwards. And I actually just want to make this really important note. Obviously, this call was a little bit more focused and geared towards, how you can make other people's environment empowering by using your Facebook business, whatever that is. You might do something completely different to us. But this information is something all of you can use if you have a brand and you need to grow it on social media. But one thing I just want to really make sure I say before anybody else, before I move on to something, is that this week was Mental Health Day. It was World Mental Health Day. And we all still have time to post about that. I'm going to do something later. And I really encourage you all to be just incredibly real. So many of you have had challenges and so many of you have inspired and, encouraged other people when you didn't necessarily feel like, you had anything in you to give in for the next day or anything like that. And I really think you've all come on such a strong journey, and it would be really amazing if we could share that with people. So I really, really want to encourage you all to do that. Okay, now back to what the book was teaching me about Facebook and social media. So no one is too cool for Facebook. Everybody has Facebook. Even if it's not the place that you create the main content that you do for your personal brand, it is where everything you do on every other platform will come to live for the remainder of your personal brand existence. So what I mean by that is, on Snapchat, you create content and after 24 hours it disappears. Same with Instagram stories. And what I'm trying to say is, if you posted this content on Facebook, it can stay on your Facebook forever unless you choose to delete it. And that actually is really amazing, because especially if you do this on a Facebook page, it means people can scroll back and they can really get to see your journey, and they can really get to see who you are, what you believe, where you've really started in this journey. The DNA of Facebook is truly word of mouth, which matches, what we do in our business. For me, I had 2 businesses, and for me, both of them are heavily reliant on word of mouth. And we live in a world now where people do want to know what people say about other things, and we live off referrals of what our friends have said. Like, for example, You know, my sister graduated midwifery. She just had a baby, so she has loads of midwives around her. She wanted to know why her baby, you know, did this, did that, blah blah blah. So she just messages her friends, who she has like a group of midwives, and they all tell her their, you know, advice, their opinion. And obviously she'd Googled too, but what I found really interesting is, yes, she Googled, but she also kind of was going more off what her friends said in the chat. And it's because we do trust what our friends have said, you know, word of mouth way more sometimes than just Google. And that is the way it should be, to be honest, but also that's the world that we live in now and the world that we've built. So Facebook's really perfect for any business, but especially ours, because we really heavily, heavily rely on stories. And the engagement on Facebook, it varies constantly, which is a really good thing. So one of your posts can get like 10 likes or like, you know, 20 likes, and the next post can get like 190 likes or impressions, you know, which is, you know, where you choose the emoji of how you want to react. For example, my sister will post on Facebook stuff about whatever, life, etc. And then she posted about she had a new baby, and I swear she's had nearly 1,000 likes and hundreds of comments. And, you know, that's what Facebook can do. Whereas a lot of the other social media platforms, like Instagram, it's kind of like all or nothing. Whereas Facebook varies, and it really is like riding a social media wave. Oh, are you dreaming? Facebook is the perfect place. It's the best place for people with no followers to begin their personal branding efforts. So if you're starting a page fresh from scratch and you have no idea what to do, like, that's totally fine, because so many of us are in the same position. And Facebook is really perfect for making sure that you know, you can be really specific. If you choose to do ads on your Facebook page, you could be really specific with your audience, with their interests, their postcode, which is also called a zip code if you're in America. And Facebook's a really great place for someone with a small budget, because right now ads on Facebook are actually really cheap. And Gary Vaynerchuk in the book was saying how, like, in, you know, 18 months and in 12 months, Facebook ads will double in price, because there's so much potential. And if you use the Facebook ads wisely, Facebook is, you know, just constantly growing. It's only getting bigger. Like, Facebook is also becoming a massive competitor for video. You know, YouTube is one of the biggest social media platforms, and Facebook is heavily going to start focusing on video now too. So as much as I have sat here and said to you, it's really great to post on you know, it's really great to post on Facebook. It's like, you can use your videos from Snapchat and put them on Facebook. Yes, you can do that, and that is cool. But Facebook they do prefer if you use original content on Facebook. So for example, what that means is Facebook's algorithm will always favoritize original native content. So if you've done a funny video of yourself with a face filter on from Snapchat, go onto Facebook and do the same thing, but use Facebook filters instead, and post that instead, because Facebook will prefer the fact that you've used everything within the Facebook app to post that on Facebook, rather than gone on another app and created the video and gone back to Facebook. For example, if you have a 31-minute YouTube video, don't go and post that video straight onto Facebook. If you're going to do that, just post the YouTube link. Like, that's basically better than posting the video and pretending that the video is original Facebook content, because it's not. If it is, great. Because you can get with the Facebook algorithms, you can get a much bigger reach, you know, to people that you've never met before, and that by having a Facebook page, you can literally reach anyone in the world, because it is made publicly automatically. It's your profile that you get to choose who, where, and what views your profile, but a Facebook page is way more public. And you can get a much bigger reach if you create original content that you made. So, for example, some good questions to ask yourself if you're going to post a video post something on Facebook, especially a video. So we'll cater these questions to a video. Does the video have good text beside it? Are the first 3 seconds of the video captivating? Does it show an understanding of the Facebook audience that would love to share with a family or friend? You have to remember that Facebook is created as a relationship platform. It's created as the platform where people will send videos to each other, to their friends. Most people on Facebook only have people that they know on Facebook or people that they want to know on Facebook as their Facebook friend. So you want the content that you're sharing and the content that you're talking about on your page to be something where people can go, oh, you know what, my friend should really watch that video. For example, like, don't be, obviously also understand that it's okay to have like what you see as a minuscule market. Like Jenny, focusing on mums, you might think that's a really minuscule market and you're ignoring, all the dads, or you're ignoring all the, family pages. Well, sure, you are, but you're focusing on, your target market, which for you is mums. And it's totally okay to be like as specific as possible. And in fact, I really encourage you to do that, because if you really try and please everybody, you'll end up just being a people pleaser, where it's much better to kind of like focus in on certain markets that that you can really relate to. Like, I could never relate to mums in the way that Jenny could, because I'm not a mum. Like, maybe, I could have a conversation with someone about changing a nappy, because I did that for the first time today, but I wouldn't be able to have a conversation about having sleepless nights. Do you know what I mean? Because I haven't ever done that like my sister has, it's very different. Does the video have compelling action there and then? Like, does it inspire you to go and do something? Like when you watch a video by Gary Vee, like I'm always inspired, like, oh, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go and do some work or anything like that. So this doesn't mean that you shouldn't be using everything I've said about Facebook. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be using other social media platforms. But don't underestimate the power of, double down on Facebook. If you really double down on Facebook and you really focus, the power that can have, rather than if you double down on Instagram, you've got much more potential if you double down on a platform like Facebook, because of all the reasons I've just listed. And like I said before, Facebook is the first place, the only place that exists from a social media perspective where you can combine marketing, sales, and branding all at the same time. And it's super underpriced, like massively really cheap for the amount of potential people you can reach. Like you could potentially reach, 1 billion people if you really did this well and you really worked hard on your content and what you were really showing to the world. So I'm just going to go, there was something I couldn't write down earlier. Oh, what's my password? This baby would sleep through anything. So I just want to share something about Facebook Live. So Facebook Live has gone all in on the live experience, trying to give users a place to indulge in the raw, immediate experience of engaging directly with viewers in real time. And it's really powerful stuff, but you really need to be aware that live video is the hardest art form. So if you eliminate, this is an example, if you forget about the news, sports, award shows, and Saturday Night Live, there are very few live TV shows, and that's for a very good reason. It takes enormous skill to try and captivate an audience enough to disrupt their routine at the moment you want their attention. When you do a live video, you're asking people to watch on your time, not on their time. That's the purpose of a live video, right? But then again, the spontaneity can really work in your favor. So then he gives a post example of this girl that all of you must have seen. The Chewbacca Star Wars mask. I'm sure some of you have seen it. Have you seen that video with the woman? She's just been to Target and she's gone and sat in the car Someone please tell me you've seen the video. She's gone and sat in the car after she's gone and bought it, and she's gone and bought it for her son. And she sits there. It's so funny. I'm actually going to watch it after this because it's so funny. Basically, she does a Facebook Live, and she basically became a worldwide sensation because of Facebook Live. So she went and she sat there. Oh, God, I wish I could find the video for you quickly. I think I can. I'm going to find it for you. Even if you guys can't hear it, then let me just share my screen. Share. Okay. You will have seen this for sure.
Hey, I'm really excited.
Can you guys hear it or not? You can hear it? Okay, great. We're going to watch this video.
To share with you something I got. Okay, I went to Kohl's today. I had to make a couple returns. Stuff didn't fit. Surprisingly, it was a little too big. Thank you. I know some of you may be thinking the opposite. Shame. No shame. It's all love. It's all love. Okay, so here's what I found when I was at Kohl's. And I'd like to say that I bought this for my son that would really, really want it. And let's be honest, he'll probably confiscate it from me. Confiscate, that's a word, right? Okay, so he'll probably take it from me. However, this is mine. Like when it's said and done, at the end of the day, this is mine that I bought. And I'm going to keep it for my own. You can see it kind of has Star Wars. Oh, you're getting a little hint. Okay, so you want to see what I got? It's so great. I can't wait to show you. Okay. This is part of my birthday joy, still rejoicing in my birthday. And so here's what I got. I'm going to take it out of the box. And I can't wait to show you. Okay, I'm in a parking lot and people are literally looking at me like crazy. I don't even care. Okay, so here it is. Hold on. It may be a little tight. It may be tight on me. I got to undo it just a little bit. Hold on. Stay patient, people. Stay patient. This is going to be worth it. I promise. Maybe not, but it's worth it to me. And I had to share with my friends on the internet webs. So here's what I'm having trouble getting it. Okay, patient. All right, we're doing good. Okay, so this is what I got. Once again, this is for me, not for Duncan, not for Cadence. I mean, I'll let them play with it. I'm not a bad mom. I'm not a jerk. But in all honesty, at the end of the day, it doesn't go in their toy box. It goes in my room. So here we go. I got to take off my glasses for it.
Watch. This is the best.
Oh, naturally. Okay, here we go. So, yes! Now watch when my mouth actually moves. That's not me making that noise. It's the mask. Here, listen.
Love this video. Okay, basically, you guys get the picture. I could sit and watch that video all day. I'm trying not to laugh too much because I'll move. So basically, the reason why this video was an absolute crazy sensation and why people fell in love with her is because this is just a normal woman that went to Kohl's, which is a supermarket in America. She bought this mask. She was crazy excited, and she went on Facebook Live and shared it with her friends. And I love it so much myself as a video because she's so like, she's not even thinking about the fact that and who's watching it. It's just like her in the moment. She wanted to share it with her friends, and that's exactly what Facebook Live, was about originally when it came out. Which was this video was made 2 years ago, so it's not old news. But this video really kind of it took off for her. Like there are so many things that she's done now off the back of a simple Facebook Live post. And I'm not saying like Gary Vee says in his book, had she had she known she was posting for posterity, she maybe would have been more self-conscious. And the point was, she just didn't care. Like, she knew, like, she was just having fun, and she's literally cracking up for the 4 minutes. She's like peeing herself on camera. It's one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen. And she's super authentic, like, and people feel, they fall in love with her over camera, over video, because she, she was just herself. She was just real. And that's what people love about people being on Facebook Live. So I encourage you, if Facebook Live is something you want to grow on, then, just literally be yourself, like, and let people fall in love with you for who you are. Like, don't try and pretend to be anybody else, because remember, Facebook loves original content. And that goes from everything from the videos you post, to the words that you write, to the videos that you create about yourself. You don't want to pretend to be somebody else. You really, really, you turn people off when you do pretend to be somebody else, because the truth is, people know what that person's like. And like, I would never try and pretend to be someone else, because they know what that person's like, and they didn't come to watch that person, they came to watch me. So, she wrote a book off the back of this, which I think became like a bestseller, which is just hilarious. And it all was off the back of the fact that she literally enjoyed, a moment of joy in a car park. Like, and she probably had people walking past her laughing, and like, what is that woman doing in her car? Because no one could hear her. But she didn't care. She literally didn't care. She was like, no, I'm just having fun. Like, I'm showing people my crazy, exciting present, And your Facebook Live could be anything. It could be anything you want it to be about. And if you do it on your pages, like Rachel obviously has 2 really amazing pages, Self-Love and Rachel's Recipes. And I'm going to really encourage her to do more Rachel's Recipe live videos, because Rachel, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Rachel on camera. She's so much fun to watch, and she's just herself. She's super authentic. She never comes across like she is trying to be someone else. And I could sit and watch Rachel all day sometimes, because she's just so bubbly, and she's so Rachel, and there is no one like Rachel, and she doesn't apologize for being who she really is, which is the best way to be. So I'm just going to skip this part. So there are plenty of ways to learn how to do a Facebook ad, and I won't do that on tonight's training, but there's a million ton of ways that I'll probably cover in a couple of weeks on how to do your own Facebook ad. It doesn't have to be expensive, and it just needs to be specific. Be as specific as possible. That's what I can definitely encourage you from doing in the past. And, Facebook groups are incredible for what you can kind of tap into. And you can just say to people, hey, I started a group, to empower mums on their journey. That's what your thing could be, Jenny, the empowered mums. Like, and you could be empowering mums from everything. It doesn't have to just be health and business and opportunity and everything. It could be, how do you empower mums to cope with, a crazy son that runs around all day? Like, how can you encourage mums to go on, And your page could be a place where you're being really real. Oh my God, guys, today was hard. It was really hard. My kid drove me crazy up the wall. He wouldn't shut up talking to me all day. Oh my God. And then the next day you can be like, I'm worried. My kid didn't talk to me all day. Like, what did I do wrong? Like, you can have fun with it and just be yourself. Like, no one is asking you to perform. Just be yourself and share it with the world. And whatever you want to share, if this is something you don't mind sharing, then I really encourage you to do that, because people they're going to naturally relate to you. If you look at the most successful Facebook pages that have come from a personal brand, it's been because they've just been themselves on the good and the bad and the ugly days, And, one of the most successful things Gary Vee says about, building a brand is it has to be personal. It has to be something that people relate to. This whole book that I just read of his was completely all about being your natural self and not pretending to be somebody else. So it's really about staying true to who you are. Obviously we have mentors and leaders that encourage us endlessly to be who we really are. And I really, 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 I believe in this concept too. And for me, like, I feel really lucky that, I'm surrounded by people that remind me to just be me, and that I don't have to perform and I don't have to be anybody that I'm not. And I really want to encourage you all to do that as well. Does anybody have any questions on the Facebook thing? Oh. Any general questions? To change arms. You make such funny faces. Anyone? No? Anyone in the team need to discuss anything before I go? Like about how life is, what's going on? Excuse me. No? All right, cool. I'm gonna go then because I have a baby on me. Hope you all had a really fantastic week, whatever it is you're doing. I did send a message to the people in the team individually about something, so I'll just nudge you guys and remind you now. But otherwise, I hope that you all found this information useful from the Facebook. There's so much I could have shared. There's so much I should have shared from an empowering environment point of view, but I really thought it would be cool if we switch up these calls and we switch up the style of the events. We make them one business focused and one like super personal development focused. So I hope you guys feel that this has benefited you in some way. And I will see you all next week for a totally different style of event next Sunday. Bye, everybody.